It has been a nice day, a nice Monday, albeit kind of cloudy at times as we take a live look from the view cam in uptown Charlotte from our Mr. Sparky Carolina Camera Network. A lot more cloud cover out there than we had earlier when we had full blue skies. We're starting to see some pop-up showers. They're really isolated in nature. A couple developing in Union County, probably having a tough time that rain reaching the ground. But you see the flow from northwest to southeast. We call this northwest flow. And in the winter, you know, that's typically when we'd see snow. In this case, we have warm, humid air to the south. As this surges up to the north, we're going to see a little series of disturbances come down in that northwest flow along this front, which eventually is going to push to the north as a warm front tomorrow. That's going to set the stage for some good old-fashioned late day and evening thunderstorms tomorrow. Likely two waves. The first one will be the one that we have to watch the closest because it potentially could have some strong, maybe severe storms in it. So the timing of this is that optimal time of the heating of the day, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock. That's when the max heating occurs. And you can see right there, hail and likely maybe some strong winds, the main concern. What we call a non-zero tornado threat. It's not zero, but it's not very high, at least with this setup tomorrow. The thunderstorm fuel is going to surge up from the south ahead of this line. So we get into the afternoon. There's enough fuel there, some low and moderate levels of thunderstorm fuel with that first batch of storms. But you can see when it moves through, it uses up all the energy. So even if there's another wave, there's not going to be enough fuel for them to be as strong as the first batch of storms. So we wake up tomorrow, probably a pretty hot and humid day with mid-80s ahead of the main line, which develops right there, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, pushes through. Look at that. That cluster right there is the one we have to watch between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. And then the second line kind of runs out of steam because it just doesn't have the fuel in place. So that first line, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow, that's the one we need to watch. So tomorrow's rain chances the highest over the next 7. Then we'll get a chance to dry out. We have not seen much rain here in the month of May, so we could actually use some. But even with the cloud cover tomorrow, our UV index is going to be around a 7, but we should start to climb back up by the end of the week into the weekend. So make sure you're using that sunscreen as we're starting to see that high sun angle really get up there. Now temperatures tomorrow, pretty warm and humid before that line of storms gets here. I would expect mid, maybe even some upper 80s in a few neighborhoods. It'll feel hotter than that. The storms roll in though after 4 p.m. Your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. Boy, do we have a lot of activities this week. 2 Charlotte FC games, the All-Star race, and all the activities up at North Wilkesboro this week. It is going to be really active up there. Tomorrow, the worst weather probably of the entire week with those afternoon storms. If we go 10 days into the future, you can see temperatures are going to stay right around 80 degrees right through the upcoming weekend.
Oh, all right. Thanks, Brad.